Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to check the fuel pressure on a Jeep Wrangler. This is the TJ, and this particular one is the 2.5 liter, the 4-cylinder. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, looking in here, you have your air filter canister, and then you have your air cleaner bonnet, which is right here, that connects to the throttle body. That's what we're going to be removing so we can access the fuel rail. And if you look closely under the fuel rail, you'll see there's the Schrader valve back there. And that's it right there with the cap on it. We'll unscrew that. Now, this is a 2001 Jeep Wrangler. This is the 4-cylinder. This is a TJ. What I've heard is on the newer models, like the 05s, and I'm not sure exactly what year it started, but they did away with the Schrader valve. So if you have a newer TJ, you may not have it, and then you're going to have to tap into the fuel line directly. But for this video, we're going to be using the Schrader valve to get the fuel pressure reading. To remove the bonnet, you have an 8mm bolt here, another 8mm bolt here to get that off, and then let's go around to the other side. We need to also remove an 8mm from the strap connecting to the throttle body. And then right down here, you'll see it right there. That is the one right there. You can either use a flathead screwdriver. I'm just going to use an 8mm bit on a socket on a ratchet to take that off. Once we get all that disconnected, we can take the bonnet off and then have access to the fuel rail. For this one here, we're going to go ahead and use an extension on the ratchet so we can get down in there. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze. And then with that, we can then go ahead and get this off. This one here is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but once you get it in there, just take your time and work it. Let's go ahead and remove it. Go ahead and work it out slowly. Alright, that is now off, so we can access the Schrader valve back here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take off this strap, so that way we can remove this whole bonnet piece here and have full access. We have another 8mm right here on this strap that we need to loosen. Okay. And you also want to be cognizant of this hose right here, so we want to work that off gently. Go ahead and rotate. Well, let's see, we may be able to leave it on. Okay, we can just leave it on and fold this out of the way. Just make sure that you don't damage that hose. And now coming in here, you can see here we have clear access right here to the Schrader valve on the fuel rail. So that's what we're going to be removing. So we got to take the cap off of it. So that way now we can connect into it and get a fuel pressure. First thing we need to do is release the fuel pressure out of the fuel rail. To do so, we're just going to go ahead and push in the little center stem here on the Schrader valve, but you want to make sure that you have a towel or something to catch the fuel, because it's going to spray some out. So we're going to go ahead and do this to get all the fuel pressure out of it. Let it all run through. And it's pretty much done. Okay, so that's it. So now we're ready to connect the gauge to it and get the reading. For this particular video, this is the fuel pressure gauge kit that I have. This is one that I just picked up at Harbor Freight. I'll show you here. It's pretty much what it is, just a Pittsburgh. It was just a cheap little one, but it does the job. But this is the hose that we're going to use here, because this has the Schrader valve connection that we can tap in, and then this side screws into the gauge. So I'm going to go ahead and get all that set up, and we'll be right back. Here's the gauge connected to the Schrader valve right here. Make sure you tighten that all the way. That way there's no leakage or any pressure can get out there. And then here's the hose here connecting up to the gauge. Same thing with this, make sure that's very tight. So now that we have everything connected to the fuel rail, let's go ahead and we'll prime the fuel pump and then start the engine and see where we're going to land. Basically, when you're checking on the 2.5 liter here on the TJ, you're looking at the PSI to be between 44 and 54 PSI. If you're in that range and it's stable, meaning that when you shut the car off, you're not losing pressure. So if everything holds steady, then you're good.
Take a look here. It looks, well, it's kind of hard to tell because it's bouncing around, but it looks to be fluctuating right between 40 and 50. So probably around 45, which would be healthy. I'm going to go ahead and shut the engine off and see if it's stable and where it's landing. Okay, so it looks like we're right about at 45 and it's stable. So the pressure on this particular Jeep Wrangler is good. All right, just make sure you go ahead and put everything back the same way that we removed it. Make sure you put the Schrader valve cap back on, tighten that on there, and put the bonnet back onto the air intake and all that, get that all put back in, and that pretty much wraps it up. I hope this video helped you out. Please send any questions, any comments. I would love to hear your feedback. As always, I appreciate all the support out there, so please like this video, subscribe to this channel. We'll see you next time.